James Carpenter with Country Living. Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my videos. We got a section of fence here that's been needing repaired for quite some time. Those tires were stacked in front of the fence. We're going to build a new tire holding facility when we do the repair of the fence. We're taking down this old hardwood. It's that military lumber I talked about in one of my other videos, and we're going to cover the fence with metal. That's a stack of the wood there that we tore off the fence. It's pretty windy this November day, early November. We're going to take this army wood and relocate it to a burn pile. It served its purpose for quite a few years, actually. It obviously, you can tell by the looks of some of it that it was starting to get pretty rotten. When I built that fence years ago, I had managed to come across this army lumber as scrap. It came from a local factory where they built 2.5 and 5 ton trucks for the military, and this was kind of like a stake bed type lumber on the bed of the army vehicles. You see that black tile in the background? The wind actually blew that over there. You're going to see a lot of leaves and corn husk that the wind blew all over the place. I managed to get all that cleaned up. Those stumps are from a project a while back. When we prepared the area for the fence, we removed a few shrubs and bushes, and those are the stumps from that. So I'm going to drop the army wood here. In the next few days, we get a day with no wind. I'll come back here and burn that and roll some of them stumps on top of it and hopefully burn them up. Now I'm going to break this skid, which is not a good thing. There it goes, it broke. So we'll probably lose that skid, unfortunately. Now this black tile, the wind blew it over here. I'm going to pick it up, take it back to where it belongs. That's another freebie I picked up. Picked up 2 of these. I'll definitely figure a use for them at some point. That what you see in the background there is the backstop for the firing range. Those are railroad ties. I just kind of stacked them up there just to let people that's shooting know exactly where they need to put their targets. I don't want them shooting just anywhere. That darker green grass is the new grass I planted this summer. It's Kentucky bluegrass, 70% Kentucky bluegrass, 30% rye and tall fescue. That whole area had to be replanted because we were doing all that mulch moving, and the Kubota managed to pack the grass down pretty good in that area. So I did get all that straightened out and reseeded, so next year it should look even better yet. back at the job site. I took the bucket on the tractor and leveled that spot out right there to make it easier to build the deck that's going to hold the tires. That's the lumber. I picked all that up at Lowe's. I usually shop Home Depot, but Lowe's seems to have more organization and neater piles of lumber. So we reinforced the band boards on the fence just to help out with wind resistance. That old camper top's got to go. A friend of mine said he'd take it, but he hasn't picked it up yet, but I want that out of there. Here we got the starting the holes for the telephone poles. And if you remember from past videos, I did get those telephone poles for free, and they were brand new, never been installed. That center post is a railroad tie I put in about 20 years ago when I originally built the fence, maybe even 25 years ago. It's hard to really say at this point. You can't see it in the picture, but it's rotted off down at the bottom. So that this overhaul is due. Now here's some used metal. I picked up 13 sheets. They range anywhere from 8 feet to about 10, 11 feet. Always looking for a deal. And it's never been installed, but it was, left. It was a pole barn person that had access to leftover sheets of metal. Obviously, it'll be multiple colors, but it won't be full of nail holes or screw holes. I got a really good price on it. I checked Home Depot. They were wanting like $56 a sheet. And I got these for $16 a sheet. Now, if you look at this post hole digger, you see that piece of aluminum pipe on top of the bit? We made that today to make an extension. And we needed an extension so we could get them holes a little bit deeper. The frost line here in Ohio is 3 feet, so you got to go a minimum of 3 feet. But with that extension on there, we're able to go a little bit deeper, as you can see by this tape measure.
So you're what?
51 inches.
So that's what, 4 foot 3 or so?
So in the bottom of the hole we have a few inches of slag, that molted metal stuff that I've used in previous videos. Now this is the second telephone pole going in. We got all 4 telephone poles in at this point. They're backfilled with that slag material we were talking about earlier. This is a look at the band boards. Most of those are reused from the original fence. We did replace some of the lumber. This is how we tied the band boards into the new telephone poles. You can see the heads of the Timberwolf screws. The Timberwolf screws we used are about 11 inches long, so I think we got pretty good penetration. We reinforced that with some new lumber. There's that rotted off railroad tie. You see the base of it. This is the the metal you seen earlier that was being delivered, that I got slightly used at a good price. fence installed. Came up a little bit short. You'll see a gap over there. I did go pick up 2 more pieces, finish that out. And there's the basic framing for the tire rack that we're going to build, the used tire storage area. Good morning, everyone. The fence is complete. The storage container for the tires is complete. I'm going to finish this video up by giving you a tour so you can see everything. Again, I appreciate you watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel and have a great evening. It did snow. I know when we started the project it was actually pretty warm for November, but obviously things have changed. They're even saying that we could get quite a bit more snow this weekend. I'll show you the tire pile. We haven't put the tires back in it yet. It's pretty cold out today. It might be another day before we do that. But the tire bin itself came out pretty nice. It does have deck boards on the bottom. You can't see them for the snow. But I thought it was a nice touch the way those telephone poles kind of make those stripes. I think that looks pretty sharp. With that being said, this mess is going to get cleaned up, and the storage container, obviously you've seen that in the other videos. I've got a guy coming tomorrow going to take some of that scrap engine and some of that other scrap out of here, and that pile of dirt that I dug out, I've got to move that somewhere else. And the old Chevy truck bed I'll probably hang on to. I talked about that camper top. I want to get rid of that. That box has a large tent in it. I used to have customer appreciation days and I set the tent up for that. I'm actually thinking about setting the tent up now and just storing equipment under it. With that being said, James Carpenter, Country Living. Thank you for watching.